Hey, how y'all doing? So today I want to just fill in my eyebrows. I don't have much eyebrows to work with originally, but I try my best. So I'm using this little cute little tool here. I'm gonna flip up, brush up my little eyebrows. I don't have a lot to work with, so this is what I'm doing here. And now I'm gonna go for the eyebrow pencil with the color I want. I want to use the auburn, so that's this one here. I really like it. It's super cute. It has the brush part and it has the part with actual pencil. So this is the color I'm going with. Yay. So as I was taught, I'm gonna just fill in the parts of my eyebrow that look really empty. So that's what I'm doing now. Looking for the thin spaces in my eyebrows, and I'm just filling them in lightly, and I'm holding the brush, the pencil towards the end, and I'm just filling in everywhere that I think there's a little light space, and I would like it to be like filled in. So far that's how it's looking. Just everywhere where it looks a little bit light, I want to just fill in. And I'm holding the pencil lightly, and yeah, just dabbing everywhere that looks really, really thin. Okay, so now I'm ready to go to the next eye. Same thing over here. Everywhere that looks thin, just gonna lightly, with the holding the end of the brush, holding the end of the pencil, fill in those areas that look really thin to me. I'm fairly new at this. I've only been filling in my eyebrows for a couple of months, and I don't do it every day. Now that we're in quarantine, I don't have anywhere to go to do makeup, so I've been practicing on weekday mornings, pretending I'm getting up for work. So far, this is what this side is looking like. Try to do it lightly there. Okay, so I'm liking the way this is looking so far. So now I want to actually line up the brow. So now I filled in all the areas that I felt like were really thin. So now I want to line it up. So I'm going to give myself a little bit more pencil for that. So far, this is what I'm looking like. I can always fix up anything that looks too dramatic and deep later on. One eye always comes out better than the other. It's always like that. So far, I'm liking this eye way better than this eye. Okay, so I want to stop there before I start looking a little bit too crazy. So now I'm gonna go for my concealer, and I'm gonna get my brush that I use to help give me that nice precision in my eyebrows. Although I'm super new in this whole game, so I'm using this Infallible, and I think my color is number 7, Cafe. Probably can't see that, but it says Cafe. So I put a little bit here in my wrist, have my pencil that I use when I'm actually filling in my eyebrows and I'm actually doing like a full glam look. Has like that little point part. So I'm gonna dab some of that here and fill in everywhere under my eyebrows that looks a little bit messy. So this is how side one looks. Just try to go over all the little areas that I want to sharpen up and like look nice and neat. And also I don't have a fresh eyebrow wax, so that's a challenge for me as well. So now I'm going to get this sponge with like the nice little points and pointy flat sides and round body. And I'm going to try to dab that concealer. Here I go. So that's how that came out. I can go back and fix that when I'm ready, but I want to just get back to the other side right now. So I'm putting some on my hand. Going back with this pencil brush. Well, not pencil, but brush. And again, I'm going to fill in all the little imperfections. And again, I always say one side comes out better than the other all the time. Especially for a newbie like me, somebody that's new to this whole makeup glam thing. I guess I should be lucky because I guess that means all my life I had great skin and I don't necessarily need to do any of this. But I'm about to be 40, so at least I want to know how to do it though. You know what I'm saying? Forget if I need it or not. It's just cool to know that I know how to do it. So I think I probably did a little bit too much here, but you can always fix that. So dabbing here again, that concealer. So this is how that side came out. So now I'm actually gonna go back to my Auburn pencil, eyebrow pencil, and I'm gonna try to touch up the areas that don't look so sharp the way I want. So here I go again. Now on this side, I think it could be a little sharper over here. So I'm going to try to add some more attention there. And on this side, I feel like there's a little space there. So I filled in little parts that I didn't love so much. And I'm going to take this side of the brush with a little fiber brush bristle part. And I'm going to just flick up my little hairs a little bit. Just a little bit. So I still have a little bit more cream on. So I'm going to just use this rest of this little cream for anything that I just want to get rid of. Anything that looks a little bit out of whack or out of place. Again, my eyebrows are not freshly done, so that could be an issue. It can be a little bit difficult to make sure I'm getting the look I want. Because for me, since I'm new, I rely on my fresh eyebrows to help guide me with the filling process. Okay, so just a little more right there. Back to my sponge. Cute. Now over here in this corner. cute. Step back, take a look. I like it. Ow. So that's how I've learned how to do my own filling of my eyebrows. I'm not sure how you guys learn, but that's how I learned. Another thing I'm gonna do, since I'm, showing you my little skills I learned, I'm gonna show you guys my little e.l.f. palette, and I'm gonna choose the lightest one to give myself a little bit of on each side. So normally I try to go for the brush that looks like this with that little small little circle shape, and I'm gonna go for orange. Just gonna dab, circular motion forward, circular motion backwards, and do the same thing on the other side. Dab, circular motion, forward, backwards. And of course that side came out richer. Again, it's always one side that comes out a little bit different than the other side. So my struggle sometimes is matching them on the same sides. So for example, this one looks a little bit higher, this one looks a little bit lower. So I'm gonna go in again. Okay, sorry I lost you guys there. So last thing we picked up on was, I had the little eyeshadow here and eyeshadow there. Always have that situation where it doesn't come out the way I want. So whenever there's an imperfection, I'll grab something like a nice glimmer eyeshadow. This is the Rihanna Savage Fenty How Many Carats Diamond Balm. So I have a little bit on my finger, and I'm just go like this from the corner of my eye all the way across. And a little bit of this definitely goes a long way, so I don't want to use a lot. I always just use a nice tiny little bit. So like I run my finger across like once like that. Looking good. Now what I did forget to do was to do the under of my eye and the top of my eye with concealer and foundation. So I'll definitely do that next time. It's just a quick little look to show you guys I know how to fill in my eyebrows. So thank you for watching. I got this cool gift from Sephora. It's called the Milk. It's a mascara. I love it. It's so rich. It's the best mascara I've ever used. It's very liquidy and juicy, so I try to use just a tiny little bit, pulling it out slowly, because you can see there's like a little bit extra everywhere, and I don't always want that extra. And I'm gonna do my top lashes. So there we go. Try to go for my bottom lashes, which are so tiny. They're like little babies. Yeah, you can barely see that. Now to finish everything off, pink lip, also by Milk. I got as a little gift from Sephora on my birthday. Always using tissue to wipe off excess makeup. this is me. There we go. Ow. So there were a few things I forgot to do. I forgot to apply the concealer under my eyelids and on my eyelids. I just jumped into my brows and I'll do another video for you guys again.